Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Fire Pod with me, a Twin Peaks podcast friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. Today we are discussing The Return, Part 11, written by Mark Frost and David Lynch, directed by David Lynch. Like I said, friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. I am rewatching it. I'm Colton Robertson. I'm joined by the first-time viewer, Joseph George. What's up, buddy?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. What that moniker means strictly is that you can listen to this show if you've never watched the show. It's not impossible. I wouldn't advise it. You know, there will be spoilers for things that came before this point. You should have seen up to this point, as it were. You should have watched up to part 11 of The Return, but nothing after part 11 will be spoiled today. That's the rules of the road. Them's the cards you were dealt. I just wanted to give you a fair little warning here. How'd you feel about part 11?
Oh my, there's so much going on. It's everywhere, and it seems something's about to go down. Like bigger is about to go down. Like this is the calm before the storm, and the calm is very chaotic already. So I mean, a lot of Black Lodge seeping into real world a lot easier here, and I think it's having an effect on the greater world. Even down to the peaks level with the dispatch lady. Just all right, someone's on their way. All right, someone's on their way. Just call after call after call, and it's So something's going on in the background, and I think we're just seeing the ripples of it right now. But yeah, quite the chaotic episode is the word I'd use.
It had a little bit of everything, and this is one of my favorites. I think now that looking back. When it comes to the back half of the show, it's kind of hard to place what happens when. I think I've already kind of said that before, like what episode particular things happen. The only stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, that happens and that episode is part 8. Really. Anything beyond that, I'm like, it could have been early, it could have been late. Obviously I have a sense for when, but part 11, I didn't realize it had this much juice. I didn't realize it had Gordon Cole seeing the portal and seeing through it. I didn't realize it had the sick girl in the car after shots ring out. I didn't realize it had the Mitchum brothers and what's in the box. This is loaded,
box.
Dude.
Yeah.
The box.
Oh man, everywhere. And Bobby and Shelley.
All right. The fucking box.
Yeah.
Is that a cherry pie? Fucking the build up to it is incredible, and then the delivery of that line couldn't be better, dude. But we'll take this in a scene by scene breakdown. This is a fun episode too, just for one of these simple facts here. Fun little piece of trivia. Premiered at San Diego Comic-Con on July 21st, 2017, 2 days before it premiered on Showtime on July 23rd.
Comic-Con. Wow.
Yeah.
So just chilling at Comic-Con watching part 11.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine watching the beginning of this episode, not really knowing what you're getting into, and then being like, oh, what the fuck?
Wow. I mean, if you're at Comic-Con, that's not the crowd I would necessarily pair with Peaks.
Well, Comic-Con's a lot bigger than just, Star Wars and Marvel and DC and all that stuff. Whenever there's going to be a convention of some sort, like Twin Peaks probably had its own slot, its own stage. Twin Peaks fans knew about it. They knew when to go if they wanted to go to it.
That's true.
Dang.
But, so yeah, actually there probably were a lot of people there that knew what was going on, and they were all in the know. So
they were all in on it. Yeah.
That would be cool. Like the group
pretty fucking
community
sick
experience. But yeah, this episode, wow. Yeah, right off rip.
It comes in hot, and we'll start there with the subtitle for the episode. There's fire where you are going. Said by Margaret Lanterman, the log lady. We start with three boys playing catch, and automatically, given what we've seen, you are worried that one of them is going to get hit by a vehicle.
Yep. Immediately, I was like, all right, which one of these poor boys is dying today? I was like, ah, damn it. I'm like, any kid that pops up now, I just feel bad for him. But yeah.
You know, the ball, like the camera tracking the ball, you feel like at some point the camera's going to like jerk away, like because something happens. Nah, I mean, like it was again, really great tension building. And the oldest brother of the three goes to retrieve the ball and he sees a bloodied Miriam Sullivan crawling out of the brush. So Miriam lives.
Yeah.
I
didn't think she would, honestly. I thought that RV or trailer was going kaboom. I thought she was already dead on the floor anyways. I thought this was more of like evidence
he was covering
cover
his
up for the explosion. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, good on her, I guess. But man, what a crazy path to take. I think, this is didn't she have like neighbors, or like people like, immediately around her? I don't like, why is she so far away and how? And it was just okay. I guess there she is.
There she is. There's Miriam. Yep, she lived. She's bloody as fuck. She's not doing well. And I appreciate the oldest brother's little moment here where he's like, go get mom, like, it's one of the little moments wherever, like, there's so much that emphasizes, like, rotting. Like, the town, the world itself is rotting from the inside out. But then you have a little, like, small little things that we're never gonna key in on typically because they don't seem like a big deal. But when everything else is rotting, an older brother telling his little brothers to, like, go inside, go get mom, like, I've got this. That's sweet. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, them just even playing catch,
Yeah, it's a nice.
The two older brothers they can play no problem, but then like the smaller one's not quite there. He can't quite catch.
So
it
he
yet,
under tosses it to him and stuff.
Like,
yeah, that's good shit. Like so I like to key in on like little moments of positivity during Twin Peaks as well because there's not a lot of them, and there's beauty in the small things, and I think that David Lynch recognizes that, but. Regardless, we'll move forward where Becky receives a frustrating call from Steven, Becky being Shelley and Bobby's, revealed to be Bobby's kid. Receives a frustrating call from Steven, or concerning Steven. What? Where?
Yeah.
What? Ah! Yeah, it's good stuff, she then begs her mother for her car, and again, shout out to Shelley, real as fuck. No questions asked. Yeah. I'm on my way. Right. Sorry, Norma. I gotta go. And obviously, Shelley should probably know better by now. But, it's her daughter. You got your blind spots. It's okay. And I love Norma in this episode. I don't think she says a fucking word.
Yeah, she calls Shelley, or Shelley calls her, saying like, "Hey, what? Sorry, Norma, this all happened. What did I do?" And then she's like, "Just call Bobby." I think it's like literally.
That's true. Why didn't you call Bobby? Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's true. That is all she says because she doesn't say a word here and she doesn't say a word later when she has the most impact on a scene.
Yeah. She's just doing paperwork. She's always
God, Norma. Norma real as fuck.
Keeping it down, holding the diner down. Gotta just. Man, I don't know. I want this. I need to have a diner. I don't know why. I need to have a diner in my life. It's just it feels like such a warm, cozy place.
I had a diner. I say as the memory fades into view for the viewer. I had a diner in Columbia, Missouri when I was a student there. It was a 24-hour diner. COVID obviously killed that thing. Yeah, devastating. I mean, it was just this tiny little joint. I went there after the first time I ever voted, and it was just like me and a bunch of old people. I had this little stool at the counter that I sat at. It was fucking awesome. I loved that joint. Go there at 3 a.m. some nights, go there at 7 a.m. some days, to just whenever we could. I loved that fucking place. The Broadway Diner, baby.
Damn, that's so nice. My current equivalent is just Waffle House, and there's a certain vibe that Waffle House provides, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for.
Nah, you want the local, vibe. You want the local joint, you want the family owned motherfucker up in there. I want to see Norma. Where's Norma at? Nah, but Becky, calls her mother, hangs up the phone, and she grabs a gun from beneath the couch as Shelley arrives. And Becky quickly runs out to the car with the gun and takes the keys from Shelley's hand and drives away with Shelley hanging onto the hood.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shot here that I really, really love because I think it's just trying to emphasize how this will be a moment Becky remembers as like a low point. Whenever it goes to Becky's POV and Shelley is on the hood of the car looking straight down the barrel of the camera, like she's looking into Becky's eyes. Great shot that just kind of emphasizes, oh, this is going to stick with Becky. At least it should.
Yeah. Maybe in the moment she doesn't realize what she's doing.
No.
She's hyped up. She's about ready to kill someone. So I think you do enter a different mode.
She is seeing red.
Get there.
Yeah, to be sure.
And but yeah, she comes back around. She realizes in the diner that she's like, oh my god, I did
when
that.
Norma,
she's like, holy
when Norma
fuck.
looks at her and is like, come on now, honey. I love that Norma. I love that they kind of make the point that Norma isn't just a mom figure for Shelley. She's a grandma figure for Becky. Which I think is awesome. And again, going back to Shelley immediately calling Norma, like that's incredible too. Like that is her mom essentially, like that is how she views Norma. And I think that's so sweet.
Yeah.
But Carl sees Shelley and whistles for Bill to ride them back into town. And Shelley calls Norma here, asking for advice, and is advised to call Bobby. And Carl contacts Maggie over the radio, who patches them through to Bobby, and Shelley tells him about the situation. Deputy Briggs, I love this. She's got a gun. Yeah, great. Again, Madge and Amik they've all grown really, really impressively as performers. But I think she's aged as an actor probably the best out of any of the original kids cast, as it were. Like Dana Ashbrook, I mean, he's made leaps and bounds, but I'm just speaking to how much better Madge and Amik is than she was, and she was already good.
Yeah, I think Bobby and Dana Ashbrook is more of like the character leaps that he made too. Like it's more like in the show, but like shit, like the performance that Madge Namik is putting on here is actually nuts. Like the whole time, like she is legitimately a scared mother, like for her daughter, and that's just not her daughter at all. And like it is crazy the family like they have built here. Like I do take them as a family.
Oh yeah, 100%. And they've got like a really interesting backstory. Clearly, like Bobby saying he'll loan her the money at all seemed like a moment.
Yeah. Like, oh, damn.
Which is weird because it doesn't seem like this version of Bobby would be kind of absent, and clearly he's not. He shows up and it's not like a thing. It's not like, oh, wow, Bobby's here, but like, I don't know, playing up the fact that he will loan her the money felt like a strange it was a first. It's something he hasn't done. And maybe that's just a principle thing. Maybe he's been good about not indulging this, not enabling it. I don't know. But clearly he has his version of enabling it, when he says, like, the only reason I haven't arrested this guy is I thought maybe he'd get better for you, and he hasn't. So fuck him. But, no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's like that. That's kind of the only, like the heart of this episode was truly this family kind of moment that was all happening throughout the episode. And it's like there's so much chaos, like even right after this, Bobby goes outside and has that whole gun and sick woman, there's not even a time that they can really settle or do anything about it. But it's like, it does truly show their family dynamic, I think, pretty clearly. Is that like, there was something that split up kind of Bobby and Shelley for some reason, and that I don't truly know. Well, it might just be Bobby at the job. He's a cop, and just kind of they're always on job or whatever. He just never had time
For me, I'm guessing that Amanda Seyfried's character Becky is probably about 25 or very, very close to it. So I'd be willing to bet that, you know, they got married young, fresh off of her marriage with Leo. If they got married, that's kind of unclear too. I don't know that they ever actually did get married. But I mean, Bobby was a piece of shit 25 years ago. You know, obviously not like the worst guy in the show, but definitely not a good guy. Like at the end of season 2, he was still actively macking on Audrey up until the last episode of Twin Peaks. Yeah. So I mean, like, that's why I'm like, it's hard to say. Like Bobby's made a lot of leaps and bounds, but you know, it could just be like, yeah, right person, wrong time sort of situation. Like now they'd be a good match, but then they just weren't, and that's that. Yeah, I mean that scene later is kind of heartbreaking. Yeah, but
truly, like, yeah, of all the chaos that's going on, this was like the. I don't know if I was ever truly moved to tears, really, but like like those, it was like well up moments of
oh yeah,
sweet.
no, I definitely. Well, last night I'd had a few drinks when I watched this, so I did cry. I did cry at the diner scene between Shelley, Becky, and Bobby, and like the glances to Norma and stuff, like all of that. I was like, this is a good family moment again in a show that doesn't provide a lot of those, and obviously it was immediately undercut by shots ringing out. And you know, her piece of shit new boyfriend showing up, but nevertheless, Becky enters an apartment building, and we get that beautiful, a beautiful stair shot. Love stair shots. Whenever she's about to come up the stairs,
that was interesting.
Yeah. Lets the camera linger there for a second before she gets there and stuff. I like it. Enters the apartment building and is told that she slams the butt of the gun into the door, yells for Steven, I know you're in there. And the neighbor goes, they just left. Holy shit, they just left. Chill the fuck out. Then she sees the gun and is like, okay, nobody's in there. And then she steps back, and fires into the door 6 times. And elsewhere, in a nearby stairwell, we see Steven hiding with the call that concerned Becky, which is that Steven is with another woman. Now, the important thing here is who this woman is.
I guess I didn't recognize exactly who.
Have you gathered since, or is it... No? Okay, so I got you. This actress is Alicia Witt. Alicia Witt is a longtime collaborator of David Lynch, as she was Aaliyah Atreides in his Dune adaptation, the little girl, Paul's little sister. And then she did make an appearance in Twin Peaks as Donna's little sister, at the Hayward house. Whenever they perform, she performs a little number at the dinner table with Sarah and Leland before Leland takes the stage and does his whole "Daresy dotes and dozy dotes and little lambsy divey, a kiddly divey to a new." Yeah.
And yeah, like I'll cover for you, you know, or something like that. There was like a scene like that of like in the
first episode of the show. Yeah, that's actually her older sister, Donna's younger sister. So this is the youngest Hayward child. Oh,
shoot. Okay. Yeah. Wow. And now Steven is cheating. Because, I didn't know Steven and Becky were married. Is that...
Yeah, Steven and Becky are married.
Like I don't think that wasn't been revealed before.
I don't think that's been like surefire, like nailed in. Like, they are married to each other. But
it just felt like he was just I don't know. They just had a.
Well, this is the first episode you realize she's older than you think she is.
Yeah,
I guess they both are. You know, like they're not 18, which is kind of the. I got a similar vibe to Shelley for Becky from like Twin Peaks. You know, so I thought like 17, 18, that age, but They're married. She's looking for a job. Again, it's been 25 years since the show. She's probably early 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's probably not 18. And this is the first episode, I think, that really centers that idea. It hammers it into focus a little bit more.
Before, we were dealing with high schoolers, but they were obviously not played by high schoolers. So you kind of have to like make that leap anyways. But now here is like, am I still making that leap? Are we still?
I don't think we are, which is interesting. I think that these are they're all grown people now. I think. Yeah, I think so. Which is interesting. But yeah, so that's Kirsten Hayward, Donna's little sister, in the stairwell with Steven here. Dang. We'll head to Buckhorn, South Dakota, where Hastings leads the FBI and Detective Mackley to the location where he claimed to see Major Briggs. Albert and Gordon spot a woodsman after Bill tells Preston about his activities in the house that he brought them to. And Cole and Albert approach the house, and Cole sees a hurricane-like vortex in the sky and raises his arms. I love the moments when you're like in it with him, and then whenever they take that wide shot and it's just David Lynch standing with his arms up. So fucking funny.
I think it's just like the world can seem very mundane, but as to what's going on inside one person's head,
there's something going underneath.
I mean, dang, he was going through it. And I love, like, Albert was even kind of like, all right, I'm just gonna let him walk forward. You know, I'm actually, like, I don't know if Albert was a little too scared to like walk forward, or if this is just kind of FBI protocol.
I think this is, I think this was sort of strategy. It's like, if something happens to him, I need to be able to do something about it. I can't be in it with him, you know?
But yeah, and then to see him like almost disappear, and he's like, all right, nope, that's enough.
That's enough. He'll
let the arms fly up, you know, and him seemingly just in a trance. He's like, all right, no, this is good, this is normal, this is all all going all right. And then he's like, okay, nope, you're literally fading away.
I also think that Albert was getting like residual effects of it. Like, I think it was affecting Albert's vision and stuff. Like, because we get those POV shots from Albert whenever David Lynch starts to, like, fade. Well, not fade, but, like, his vision gets, like, blurry and, like, overexposed and all that stuff. I think that was from Albert's point of view. So, whenever he steps back and is like, yeah, I think we got our answer. I don't think it's just that Gordon almost flickered out of existence. I think it's also that he was receiving some sort of impairment based on this activity. But
now I have like this has me thinking of like, why here, you know, why this house or whatever, it seemingly is like abandoned, no one is actually living here. It's just like this evil zone. And I was trying to think of one, where was Sarah, or the young version of her that the bug crawled in her mouth?
Yeah, that was New Mexico.
Okay, so yeah, so not related there. But is it ever revealed? Do they walk past the convenience store? That is the one that is changed into all, you know, where all the woodsmen or whatever come out of, or is that a different location? Is that
is a well. The thing for me that's interesting is that this little house is actually built very similarly to the convenience store that we see in that episode.
That was my immediate thought, is that this is the future of what, you know, the same location, but just the convenience store was knocked down or new things were built, whatever. But this is the same spot that this went down, and
that's kind of the impression I get too. But I don't know that it's so physical as that, you know, or is the convenience store an idea more than it is a practical thing. That's the tough part whenever dealing with it. But I do think that, like, specifically the shots we get of the little house right here, like from front facing straight on, it's the same way they photograph the convenience store. You know, those sort of things do kind of indicate to me that perhaps this is supposed to be, like, if it's not the same location, it's a version of that location. Like, it's like again, trying to remove myself from the material, as it were, with the show. This could be the idea of it could be possessed in here.
A connection straight to the Black Lodge. It seems like just a.
They're like waiting for my man's on the other side, bro. Like the woodsmen are posted up on the stairs.
Yep. They're just chilling there
again.
What the? Yeah, it is. But only for a split second does he see. It's like it takes a lot to get there. But I think like he was literally going through like a wormhole, or I don't know. Like he's just is traveling to the Black Lodge, but no red drapes or curtains, like this is different. This is through electricity.
Yeah, this is beyond. This is beyond the waiting room. As and I don't know what that entails, but yeah. So this is where, like in there, is where Hastings saw the Major.
Yeah. So Black Lodge, that's
Black Lodge.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because Lynch, or I always call him Lynch. I don't want to call him Gordon Cole. But Cole, like he just sees woodsmen. I was thinking, like, are we about to see Major Briggs? Is that Major Briggs? I don't think he's all the woodsmen. I thought he was the giant. I still am in that line of thought still. But yeah, this feels like a manufactured way to get into the Black Lodge and not a natural one, if that makes sense. Like the trees and the black goop or whatever, and the red drapes, it feels like it's more natural, and this is all electricity and after the bomb and after a lot of man-made kind of evils.
Industrialism. There's later on whenever Hawk describes, like a modern fire, like like what would be electricity, and that recontextualizes Fire Walk With Me as a quote. Generally like, oh, the literal fire is one thing, but the evolution of it is, and the evolution of the arm and all that, like the way that they emphasize the evolution of things. I think that's a really, really interesting perspective to take on it. But Cole sees a group of woodsmen standing on a staircase before Albert pulls him back and the vortex disappears. Albert then finds what he presumes to be Ruth Davenport's body and takes pictures of numbers written down on her arm. Diane sees a woodsman approach Mackley's car but stays silent, and Hastings' head goes pop.
Dang.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Yeah, Detective Mackley. This is an incredible performance of this emotion because this is incredibly difficult to capture. Just that shock and horror of oh my God! Yeah, and then I need backup at 320 Sycamore. The street is called Sycamore, which is what kind of tree rimmed the entrance to the waiting room. Under the sycamore. Yeah, it's all connected. It's all connected, baby. But yeah, Gordon Cole, she's like, Diane responds to the call for backup. There's no backup for this. And then they all look in and Gordon goes, he's dead.
He's dead. Just very like, oh well, yeah. There's no coming back from that one, folks.
Yeah, his entire top half of his head is missing. That's fairly final.
Yep. And man, poor Shaggy. I guess, and I don't know why they had it out for him. I guess they were giving away he was giving away too many secrets. Just letting them know where their demon hotspot is, I guess. I don't know what to call it.
Let me ask you. Did Diane think she was seeing things, or what's her deal?
She kind of seems to be more in the know than everyone else, and and the way she kind of brings it up later as like, I think so, I don't know, I could be wrong,
yeah,
but I think so. Yeah, it's like, it's very, she
trying to cover her tracks by playing innocent.
Yeah, because if she came out and was like, oh yeah, no, I saw a woodsman walk into the car, like she just like, I don't know, or just said it as matter of fact. I think it does raise some suspicion, but she's not being very good at hiding her tracks either. Like, reading the coordinates and everything. Like Albert picked up on that pretty. I don't know.
Like she's just actively saying something to remember the coordinates. Like that's
yeah. So I mean,
I know. Fuck you, Albert. Yes. Fuck you, Albert.
I think it feels more like out of fear, like out of whatever Mr. C did to her, I don't know, that night or continually, or these phone calls, you'll just die if you don't do this sort of thing. It doesn't feel like she is willfully, like this is on her own accord, at least. Like it feels like there is a,
it doesn't seem like she wants to be betraying Gordon and Albert. Yeah. There definitely is and like even if that's what you can call it, because like it's completely unclear what her motivations are, or what she's doing, or if she even knows she's working with Mr. C, or what. Like there's just a lot of moving parts that are hard to hammer home. But we'll go to Twin Peaks. We'll go to the Double R Diner where Bobby, Shelley, and Becky discuss Becky's situation with Steven as Norma listens in and adds her 2 cents by giving certain nods and smiles at specific times. Her parents are like, yeah, you gotta leave this guy. Sorry.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
This guy fucking blows. The only reason I haven't busted him, like, he's done a lot of illegal shit. The only reason he's not in jail is because he's your husband. Like, I want him to be okay, but he's just not. So, how about we figure this thing out? And whenever Mad Shinomic, like, breaks down, that's when it happened for me. Like, that's when I cried. I was like, oh, she's just
that
so
moment
good.
Was good.
Oh, it's good.
And like the hug, like you're staying with me tonight, like I mean, they were like the chemistry, like this mother, daughter, mother, grandmother, all like everything that's going on here. Like, I mean, it felt so real. It's great. Like, and like Shelley and Norma, like they kind of do have this, actual 25 years ago they were together and like they did film this. So like there is like this kind of, I don't know exactly how close every actor got,
No, I don't either. But I got a lot out of that moment thinking about Norma watching Bobby and Shelley parent. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just from, and I have to imagine that, not literally in the actor's case, because obviously the actors aren't actually parenting, but they are acting like parents. And that's an interesting, like, to have worked together when they were kids and she was a grown woman. Damn. And then to like watch them grow up and then see them act with kids at the age she was when they were kids. Like, I don't know. It's a really full circle sort of moment as a viewer, I think, like getting to see Norma let Shelley take the reins, and be the mom, but she's still like, I know some shit. And clearly Shelley hasn't lost her, lack of taste.
Yeah, man, this was, I don't know how to read this, like, because she was having such a moment with her daughter, and then like
just gets up and goes.
It's like she doesn't give a fuck about him anymore. It's just boom, she flips a switch, and like it almost feels like there is something else that is going on. Like this isn't a normal relationship. This dude, he's obviously got something. I don't know. Like, he's not a normal guy.
This guy's a weirdo. Red's a weird dude. And the way that I take it is that she's kind of, I think she feels the way she did when she was 18 for like the first time in forever. Is kind of the impression I get.
Or like it's like finally something's new and change.
Yeah.
And but man, I mean, to go from that much of an emotional moment with your daughter, seemingly like they don't have a lot of these at all. Like it doesn't seem
full embrace, gets up out of the booth and runs to the door. Very, very, and I don't know. I know that everything in the show is done with intention, but there also comes a point when the show is being written by 70-year-old white dudes, 70-year-old straight dudes. There's also the fact that they might not have meant for this moment to read as odd as it was. It's just like, and then her boyfriend shows up and she goes to greet him, and it's a way to further Bobby more than anything. Actually, like, I don't think it's actually trying to say anything about Shelley. I think it's trying to say something about Bobby. Because she does, Becky doesn't even seem to mind that she did that. She worries for Bobby. She looks at Bobby and is like, oh man, I'm sorry you had to see that sort of thing. So I think ultimately the consequence of this moment is that it's from Bobby's perspective. So it seems like, it seems worse than it is.
I think Norma's a little disappointed in Shelley though. She
that's true.
She sees it and she's kind of like, she gives a little head shake of like, man, wow, you were having such a good moment there. And so I do think it is way more to play Bobby's, how disconnected. I think like it goes to show like they haven't been a thing for a while or at least a little bit to have this kind of going on. And is it Shelley trying to make Bobby jealous so that Bobby, reactivates, and is that her true goal? Is this just a jealousy thing, or is she like truly over? Are they truly split up? They just have a kid together? And
I took it to be she couldn't help herself sort of thing. I didn't really take it to be like and Bobby will see this will be good.
That's why I think Red's got something more. Like this isn't just a new kick or a new spark. That this Red is Black Logi or something to control, to completely take any emotions that you were having at the time. I don't know. Like it seemed like it was just a very
and given what
switch.
We've seen from Red, the really smiley bodyguard is a funny little actual benefit to your case here.
Yeah.
Why is the dude just smiling like that the whole time? Why does Richard immediately lose his fucking mind after talking to him?
Yeah. The dime trick, this dude is not just a human, there's something.
Not just a guy. And the other side of that is that Richard is off some powerful drugs when he does the dime trick.
Yes. Yeah. So it could have just been him experiencing woo woo, but also, I don't know.
Exactly. It's the show. It's the nature of the show. You gotta think about everybody. And Red's an off-putting fella. But he seems to be sweet to Shelley, and Shelley is clearly macking on him. They plan to get together later. And she's like, all right, I gotta go. I'll see you later. And she skips back inside, and she's all happy and smiley and giggly. And the moments whenever Becky is looking at Bobby and and he's got like tears in his eyes and shit.
Damn.
Like this dude he's down bad. He's down horrendous. But she gets back inside, walks to the booth and sits down, and they have like a moment where it feels like they're about to address the elephant in the room. And then of course gunshots ring out. Because why wouldn't they? And Norma instructs Toad in the back to turn off the lights, and all the lights go down, and Bobby makes his way outside, sheriff deputy that he is.
Oh shit!
What's up?
Wow, it does seem that like they are about to address the elephant in the room, and something is doing its very best to not let that happen. Like to like distract Bobby. Like Bobby seems like to be the key. Of all of Briggs's knowledge and information, he just doesn't quite know it yet. So Bobby feels pretty important, and maybe I don't know. This is trying to keep him away,
Focused.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, away from Shelley at least is kind of I don't know, or like something is the kid. What put all this together, I guess, was just the chaos and everything. But then like the kid that does shoot the gun,
Yeah, staring him down.
That's not a kid. You know, I don't know. Like that was an adult. Like the stance, the stare, I don't know how you even get a kid to do that. Like just, but that was, I don't know, something took over that kid to do this, or a strange coincidence that is not letting Bobby, I guess, fully back in to his family.
Right.
So yeah, it feels more could just be the universe at large or a very planned thing going on with Red being part of that plan to is Red is planted by Mr. C, and so yeah, that was I didn't know how to read this kid, or whatever thing, but then
that's and it's interesting because we obviously get, if we're going to interpret this as the rotting from the inside out sort of, that the Black Lodge is like seeping into reality, it displays itself in very different ways, like obviously we have the weird sick girl who has vomit oozing from her mouth, while her woman, her mother or grandmother or aunt or whoever is screaming at the horn. We got the little kid who is perfectly calm but is immediately off-putting. Like it's a weird dichotomy to show us the absolute chaos and then the calm of the kid.
Yes. Yeah,
because that's what makes it stand out even more, is that people are yelling, horns are being honked, someone's screaming. Like it is incredibly overwhelming there for a second. And then Bobby keys in on this kid and the kid's just staring fucking bullets at him.
Yep.
No feeling bad. No like, I fucked up. Like no fear like a kid in that situation probably would have. Just stomaching it and staring him down, posted up. And it's the shot right after where Bobby looks at him and then the camera comes back at Bobby and he's obviously confused and off put by it himself. And then his glance goes to the dad, who is wearing a very similar outfit to the kid.
Yeah.
And I wonder, and again, this is, I don't know exactly what I'm thinking of this as I speak is what I'm trying to say. Is there any chance they're trying to make like a sort of comparison between the growth of a Black Lodge clone and having a child in the real world after the Black Lodge seeping through has already started? Like is this kid just like a worse version of his dad? Like, is that what he's destined to be? Is that what they're saying? Or am I reading too much into it? Is that something that they're not really trying to say at all? But Becky makes that case. She is Shelley again, turned up to 12, like it's like, she has all the same, very similar traits to Shelley. She displays the same, lack of taste and the willingness to get into a relationship she should not be in. Do these kids born after the Black Lodge's seeping become worse versions of the people who brought them into the world? I
mean, there definitely seems to be this cyclical nature. And yeah, it's only gotten worse over time. And I think, like there has been this weird connection between like even Dougie and
Sonny Jim.
Like there's something there. There's like I like any child, I think, is just like we're all sponges. We just absorb our environment, and you are a product of your environment. And if the Black Lodge is then in effect after the nuke goes off, or whenever, I guess whenever this big plan happens, or the 25 years ago, I guess, whenever he's in our house now, sort of thing. I get more time there, but it feels like, now all the evil that once was, even if it was at a lower scale, we are going to amplify that now. You can only, it's just a gradual growth and spread from there. So it is, I think it is, like I was maybe thinking of it as like a literal black goop or just evil spreading, but I think like there is more of a literal sense of it too, of like it's in everything, even people as well. So like even kids, we do, I guess, see the good kids playing catch, but then we see this kid that is just not a child. I don't know.
There's something weird going on with the kid and then obviously something even stranger happening with the other kid we see. Whenever Bobby goes to investigate. Well, the Deputy Holcomb shows up first and he goes, "I was at Big Ed's gas farm."
Yeah. Well, this better.
And I heard shots.
Yeah. I mean, first mention of Ed, I hope, and now I don't like it that it's surrounding gunfire. This is not okay. Ed needs to be okay. Bro is not just going to die off screen. That's not okay. But yeah, this I don't know. Gas farm is that what he had originally, or was it just like a shop before?
No, it was Big Ed's gas farm. It's always been a gas station. Yeah.
Okay, just the farm. I don't know, like gas farm. It felt like it was this a jump up or something.
No, I think it's the same. I think it's the same joint.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he's like, and if you can believe it, I heard shots. And he's like, yeah, I can fucking believe it. Would you mind talking to these goddamn people? This kid shot a gun. But he's like, I think they're their parents. I think they're his parents. Trying to get ID from them. I got to get this traffic going. I'm going to talk to this lady in this car who won't stop honking. He gets to the window. She's like, "What are you doing? We have places to be. We've got to get to dinner. It's already after 6:30. We've miles to go."
Yeah. What the fuck?
She's sick. She's very sick. And then you watch this zombified girl raise up from the shadows in the background, and vomit is oozing out of her mouth. And Bobby is just... He's like, what the fuck is going on tonight? He's like, what the fuck is in the air?
Yeah, this is the clearest telling to me that like there is an effect that the Black Lodge is having, and it has spread for 25 years, infecting all these people, because that's not a normal sickness there.
No, she's not just sick. Lady, get her to a fucking hospital. Why are you talking about, I gotta take her to see this, he's expecting us, like, I don't know, like, it's weird. But,
I mean,
no, go ahead, sorry.
The lane on the other side was, like, actually, like, open, and, like, all the cars could have just gone, like, she really was just staying there and just blaring that horn for fucking 3 minutes straight. I mean, I was like Bobby too. He's like, I gotta shut this lady up. Like, I gotta get her to fucking stop. Like, holy shit. But yeah, just adding to the just all chaos. Hospital.
Well, yeah, and again, I think that is to kind of emphasize the calm of the kid in that moment. Like, it absolutely, they're trying to juxtapose it so hard. Everything is so chaotic, and it's just this one little guy. Who is zeroed in. But we'll go to the sheriff's station where Hawk and Frank discuss their destination given by Major Briggs while looking over Hawk's map, which is very old but always relevant. Frank focuses on many mysterious symbols, including a campfire and black corn. Hawk says fire represents a modern-day utility such as electricity, and the black corn represents sustenance, but the two combined can create black fire. So, the emphasis on the black corn,
Mm-hmm.
that's Garmonbonzia.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe that I didn't put that together like on an earlier watch, that like this is, you know, that the imagery of them eating corn and stuff is directly addressed here. And it goes back in Hawk's culture, which is interesting.
Yeah. Very old map, but always current, you know, like no matter, this is, it all relates, you know, and the weird symbol, show whatever the fuck.
Yeah. You don't want to know what that is, Frank.
Yes. Like what, like, and he's like, really? He's like, yeah, no, dude. Like, dude, you don't even want to begin to know. Like what? So Hawk does know. You don't ever want to
know about that. Yeah. So Hawk does know.
Or is it so bad that he was never told, and that's just what is said about the symbol, you know, the whole time? But yeah, no, the fact that it is popping up again, it is, like, I mean, it's up in the mountains. You know, I'm getting a little more like before it was just on, like, Mr. C just had it on a fucking playing card, and like it was drawn with like pen and like very I don't know, it was just creepy and fold, you know, but now it's like up in the mountains. It's up in
it had those like scratches in the card and everything too, like the texture of it.
Yeah. But now it's up in the sky, you know, it's up in the mountains. It's up in feel like, and we have specific dates of things. We have portals opening up into space. We have, you know, I think like this is just I don't know, a planet or not even a planet. Like this is the Black Lodge portal hole or portal alignment day. This is the convergence, I guess, you know.
The convergence,
This is the 9 realms are aligning, but Black Lodge aligning over the mountains. So I think it's more of a marker, or a more of the bad times are coming. I think if you see that, like, you don't want to ever even see this, because if you do, it's just kind of, you're cooked, or like it's, you're done. So I hope.
Well, and I didn't catch this, but I believe Frank says that this symbol was also on Major Briggs's message.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was. It was on the like, it was in between the mountains there too. Like it was there was a sun above the first mountain, just like a red circle, which I don't know, it could be the sun or something else. But then there was the beetle with like a crescent sun, or in the same color. So that's why I'm led to like planetary alignments or something just aligns in space. But yeah, it was on that little note card that they took out of the little dinger, the thing. But
no, so he's leading them somewhere, and potentially not good things could happen. You know, we'll see.
I thought it was like to bring Laura back or to bring Coop back, but it feels like they're headed towards something quite bad. And now my hope is like that they are to prevent whatever is happening.
Something bad happening.
So I was thinking that these are like good holy dates, like the two, you know, will return on these dates, but now it's like a whole lot else will actually come into the world that you don't,
and you must stop it. That'd be sick. That would be sick. But Lucy then comes over the intercom. I don't even know why I'm thinking about furniture. Me and Mandy don't even go home all that often. And Hawk's like, okay, Lucy, what's up? Margaret Lanterman on line 2. That's the one that's blinking when I hang up. And Lucy patches through Margaret, and Hawk, you know, hello, Margaret. And she says, you found something, didn't you? And he goes, yes, it was just like you said. I'm sorry. I should have told you. Mm-hmm. And she tells him, my log is afraid of fire. There is fire where you are going. He's like, thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Margaret. Bye, Hawk. Goodbye, Margaret. And then Deputy Holcomb enters. Hey, Sheriff Truman, do you want to see my new car?
What the fuck? Yeah, what? It's just pure chaos. That is what this
Yeah.
episode. It is just there's not any time to sit with these thoughts or anything. It is just always a gunshot interrupts or something is going to happen. And but yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem good. Log Lady knows it's not good. It feels, but she's not saying like don't go. You know, it's not like don't go. It's just be very cautious.
There's this compulsion. There's this thing that all of them feel like it's stuff they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
They don't know why, but they all feel like they have to do it. I think it's I love that kind of otherworldly effect on the characters. But we'll head back to Buckhorn, where Gordon Cole's hand shakes. He goes, "It's never done that. Cat on a hot tin roof." And Albert's like, maybe we should, skip the coffee tonight. Maybe do some warm milk, for the cat. And on the roof, yes, Ruth, the pictures you took of Ruth. And Albert's like, this fucking asshole. I know his hearing aid works. This fucking, and he requests, to see Albert's photos of the coordinates on Ruth's arm. He asks what the coordinates are, and as Albert answers, it's a small town in the north. They're interrupted by Tammy Preston and Mackley bringing donuts and coffee. So clearly, these coordinates lead to somewhere in Twin Peaks.
Small town in the north. Yeah, could only be one place and one place only. But yeah, that's so nice that they are. Hopefully, there's nothing else to do. I mean, Hastings is dead. Is like I think that's kind of everything's wrapped up there. They have the body. So it's like, but the only piece of the puzzle missing is still Major Briggs's head. And maybe it was
trace
just
of the head.
Did he have the same fate as Hastings, or was it?
At least the bottom half of Hastings' face is still there. So
yeah, but then someone I guess still would have had to sever the neck to make it look like they decapitated
nice and clean. Yeah,
but. So I mean, there's still some stuff going on there, but no, I need no
leads on Hastings' death, no Briggs' head, and Gordon and Albert tell them about the woodsman whom Diane says she might have seen exit Mackley's car, and Gordon describes his vision of the dirty bearded men.
3 dirty bearded men sitting in a room, or something like what.
That was it. And then smash cut to Las Vegas, which is so fucking funny, just like immediately. And we'll head to Lucky 7 Insurance, where Bushnell Mullins calls Dougie into his office, and Phil Bisbee kind of carries him there with the coffee, leads them along, and Mullins tells Cooper that his work has revealed organized crime business as well as corrupt police flowing through his office. He says that the Mitchum brothers called him, wishing to meet Dougie, and Mullins prepares a check for the brothers to cover their hotel, which was brought down by an actual accidental fire and not arson, which indicates that they have nothing to do with it, and someone else is calling the shots. He's like, they'll be very happy to see you, Dougie.
Yeah. $30 million.
$30 million. How can we afford such a policy? Nobody can keep battling Bud on the ropes. I love Bushnell, dude. What a fucking goober. But we'll head to the Mitchum brothers' house, where Rodney eats an afternoon breakfast and is soon joined by his brother. Bradley tells him about his dream. He said, God, I dreamt all night about killing that Dougie Jones. I fucking hate him. I hate him. Can you wait 3 hours? I don't know. I fucking hate him. It's so funny.
I love their whole breakfast just set up too. This is what they do. I don't know. Like, this is just how they operate, and just which is the brother that had the dream. That one is
Bradley.
Bradley is like he's trying, like, he knows he never really wanted to kill Doug. I think he's trying to convince himself, I do hate that
guy.
Maybe
the dream pissed him off because he couldn't understand it yet. He's like, why the fuck would no, fuck that. I'm killing this guy.
But this, this seems like a I would think Briggs, or something, like someone putting this dream in his head, of like, you cannot kill Dougie Jones. Like, if you do this, you don't understand what would happen.
Right.
The ripple effect of killing Dougie Jones is just...
If there's this one specific thing in that box.
Yeah.
Well, and it's the one-armed man who ushers him. It's Mike who brings him to the bakery. So that it's safe to say that the dream was put in his head
by the actual Dougie. Why do I think it's... Yeah, no, because Mike, like, how I'm taking Briggs to be the giant, like, Dougie is kind of Mike, like the one-armed man. Dougie had a problem with his arm. He eventually was in there, and now he's just chilling in there. I guess it looked like he got turned into... Did he get turned into a gold ball? Yeah. So that was the only thing that kind of was like, well, is Dougie really still
and in
there?
Front of Mike, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, but maybe that's like a
future past.
You've come together now, and you've seen where you began. I don't know, but the fact that he did have the problem with his arm, and now he's looking after the Dougie before. Or the new Dougie, the takeover,
right?
But so is like he's his own guardian angel, a little bit.
I like that. I like that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the idea for me does tend to fall apart because Dougie was created by Mr. C. To kind of be a naive know-nothing. Like he's just supposed to be a replacement for him. So I don't think Dougie knows shit about any of this.
Yeah.
That's my only hang up there. Now, Mike, that being if Mike is somehow Dougie. But Mike has always been this really interesting kind of, I don't know, guardian angel in a way anyway, which is why it is interesting to think about who he could have been or could be, but like, showing up and giving Laura the ring and, all that stuff. Like I don't know, Mike has weird motivations and weird ideas about what the right thing to do is. But he does seem to be helping him right along here. Yeah. Mullins is escorting Cooper, sees Mike in the red room in the doorway of a bakery and starts walking to him. He returns with a box, and Mullins takes him to the limousine hired to take him to the meeting, driven by the same driver who took him back home from the Silver Mustang Casino. Red Door! And he's like, yep, that's me. This guy booked this role and was like, fuck yeah, I get to do this twice. Let's go.
Felt kind of bad for him, too. Like, when he got closer, he was like, damn, this dude has no idea what's coming. Like, any other sane person would be like, holy shit, I'm going out to the middle of the desert. Like, I'm getting cooked. Like, I'm getting shot at the end of this drive. But Dougie just couldn't be happier holding his cherry pie and just, in the back of a limo. He's just all smiles but yeah, the very specific one thing. Mike led him to get that very specific one thing.
Yes, he did. He needed that specific one thing. So yeah, Mike definitely had an influence on the dream, the dream realm, but the Mitchum brothers wait for Jones, and Bradley further describes his dream, particularly noting that Rodney's cut from Candy was healed, which it actually is, which is very strange beyond the dream stuff. Like, I don't know how that...
Yeah. That okay. I don't know how to read that. This is
there's a good line that happens later in the show that I can't say.
Like the only
that
thought
applies
I'm having
to the situation
right now, which seems way too wild, but is like, whenever you go to sleep, how do you truly know that you're waking up in the same body that you were in before? Like, did you jump to a parallel world or something? But it doesn't seem like that is happening. Like, it seems we haven't gone parallel worlds. But I don't know how we do have electricity wormholes and portals opening up in the sky now.
When it comes to what's real, it's hard to hard to decide what is too far-fetched for Twin Peaks at this point, but yeah, Bradley rips off Rodney's bandage, revealing that the cut is indeed healed. And Cooper soon arrives and is assisted out of the limo by its driver. And Bradley sees the box that Dougie holds, and he goes, "Wait a second, holy shit, Rodney, come here. He's like, all right, I need you to be with me on this. In my dream, Dougie had this box.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's this one specific thing in the box, one very specific thing in the box, we can't kill him." And Rodney's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He's like, I know. Go with me on this.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be this one certain thing. And he goes, "Okay, what is it?" And then he whispers to Rodney in his ear. And Rodney draws his gun, walks towards Dougie, and points at him and goes, "Okay, what's in the box? Is it a cherry pie?"
Yeah. Okay.
And Bradley walks up to him, opens the box, and confirms, in fact, it is a cherry pie. It's a cherry pie. And he goes, "Okay, frisk him just to make sure." So he frisks him. He doesn't even have a wallet. He goes into his pocket, finds a check for $30 million addressed to him and his brother, and is like, "This motherfucker is not our enemy."
Yeah. And, I mean, it seems like the Mitchum brothers have this weird thing about cherry pie, though, because why does homie, like, instantly strap up? Is it the fact that it's like, what the fuck, it's a cherry pie? He's like, "All right, dude, is that just a cherry pie in the box?" Or is it like, is that why he had to be like, "No, it's this very specific thing. Like, don't get mad, like, instant." Like, he's like, I know you'll want to kill this man because it's a cherry pie. Is like,
no, he already wants to kill the guy.
Yeah.
So if it's not a cherry pie, he's killing him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, on sight. He wants to, so I don't think it really has to do with the fact that it is a cherry. I think it's just the culmination of all of these emotions. He's already wanting to kill this fucking guy. It's almost like, just show me that it's not a fucking cherry pie so I can kill your ass. You know, like, is it a goddamn cherry pie? It's like he almost wants to get it over with. Like, okay, come on now. Show me that that's not a cherry pie. Shows him that it is in fact a cherry pie, and he's like, "Motherfucker." Because he still holds the gun at him even after that. Yeah. He's like, "All right, frisk him, make sure, because if you're right about this, you're right about it. I don't want to." And then he finds a $30 million check, and now they have a friend for life in Dougie Jones.
Yeah.
The brothers take Cooper to dinner and toast to Dougie. Cooper takes notice of the piano player, who begins playing a piece, a beautiful piece of music, by the way.
Is it what?
Absolutely loved that.
Was this like played before in the earlier seasons? Like, was this a him and Annie song or something like that? Because Dougie was like, "Oh, I know this." He was like,
yeah, it seems like it's waking him up somehow.
Yes. Yeah. He was like, "No, this I remember." And that was the only thing that it was maybe a song. I don't like, him and Annie had a dance, I think, right at one point on screen. Yeah. And like, I just haven't gone back to see if it's like the same song, but it feels like that's at least the idea behind this, that this was a song that Coop heard, at one point, and he is hearing it again, and he's like, "Oh my God." He's like, "Holy shit, love Tars." That's what truly wakes him up, is, I think is a love connection or something but it wasn't quite the full wake up, but there was something, the lights turned on, for a little bit. And so something's happening. He's still loving that cherry pie though, he's smashing it. But no, there was some lights turning. So yeah, I need to, I don't know if I want to go back and like look at the earlier episodes now, and see what song this is, but my best guess is that it was between him and Annie, if I had to guess.
Okay, I actually just looked into it. It is not previously in the show.
Really?
It's a song called "Heartbreaking," that Angelo Badalamenti made for this scene.
Wow. Very interesting. Yeah. And I guess could just maybe. Then maybe before.
Music can just touch people like that. Could also be as simple as that.
I guess
that the music moves him so. But yeah, I mean, the music could literally be reminding him of Annie. It is a song called Heartbreaking. It could be reminding him of Carolyn. It could be reminding him of Annie, and he has no way of placing it. He doesn't know how, or why it's connecting him to these sorts of things.
To Diane,
but
like before, like a
true could be,
Coop memory, like yeah, I guess it did seem to just affect him on a deeper level. Like it was
he doesn't look away from the piano player
note.
like the whole time. Yeah, he's in there from Jump Street, and while he's staring, the lady slot addict from the Silver Mustang Casino enters with her son, Mr. Jackpots. He helped her reconnect with her son, and now she has a house, and this man saved my life.
Yep.
And the Mitchum brothers, like, he saved us quite a bit too. And they're all like, I love that Dougie Jones is just a god to these people. Yep. Like, Bushnell Mullins earlier in the episode says something, and Dougie repeats it back to him, and he goes, I think you're right. And it's like, you just fucking said that. Yeah. It's so funny the way that people are just like, Dougie has it figured out.
They're just blinded.
I fucking love it.
He is the good. He is where Mr. C and Bob or whoever is at large, they're the current active
they're
Black
the
Lodge spread.
They're the
Dougie,
bad.
Yeah, Dougie's just spreading good. He's just whether he knows it or not.
Everything's coming up Dougie Jones, baby. This is one of my favorite scenes in the show. I absolutely love it because you can tell we are inching closer. Again, that music plays. He zeroes in. He goes, "This is damn good pie," and he goes, "Damn good."
Yeah, damn good.
And he like pauses and looks around for a second, and he's like, then he keeps eating.
Damn
Candy.
Good cup of Joe.
Another piece of pie for our friend.
Man. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is how he wakes. It's just slowly over time he starts to hear these things, and he's slowly just putting it together. I kind of thought that there was gonna be like a
moment,
like an instant switch, but I think that I kind of like it more if it is like damn good Joe, or he's slowly
damn good. Yeah, and like this is the first time it sounds like it's like he's saying it curiously, not just repeating something. Like previously he's just kind of no shoes. He said it the way Leo said that sort of thing. Like damn good. Yeah, like this is damn good, and he's like, what does that mean to me? Why do I know that? Yeah, no, he's coming around. He's coming around, but there's still some leaps and bounds to be made for Dougie Jones here.
That's for sure. Yes,
yeah,
he's got a long way to go.
The episode concludes on that shot of the piano player playing us out. And this is actually an artist who played accordion for Bob Dylan, and was also in the Vamps Next Door. His name's Robert Smokey Miles. I don't know. Good Smokey Miles, baby.
Wow. Yeah, and bringing him into this fit. I'm really surprised that it wasn't a previous song in the show before.
He's not playing the piano here, which is funny. He's acting it out. The music is by Angelo Badalamenti. He basically sat at a piano.
Then who are you?
The actor is a guy named Robert Smokey Miles, who was a musician and does play music and stuff.
Okay.
But
he
was like
there for a second.
Yeah, okay. They didn't know what the music was going to be, what they wanted it to be. David Lynch only had an idea for the mood he wanted to set. So he had him sit down at the piano, and directed him in a very, directed exactly the way he should be playing, because he knows what tone he wants to take, but he doesn't have the music for it yet.
That's
and
wild.
then they used the visual to inform what the song sounded like.
Yeah, the whole order of operations of all of that is crazy. Like, does the song come first so you know how it feels already, or like do you craft the scene first to
do you know how it's supposed to feel, and then you try to find music that does that? It's a fascinating dichotomy. And Angelo Badalamenti, that's why him and David Lynch are kind of a match made in heaven. Like, to be able to work with someone so closely for so long, who is so esoteric in their creation process. It's like all very abstract and cerebral. And to be like, yeah, we'll figure it out. I got you. Yeah, I'll make music for that. More wind. Anytime I hear more wind, it fucking kills me.
more wind? Yes,
more wind. It's like, okay,
anything.
sure, I'll figure out what the fuck that means. But yeah, that concludes the episode of Peaks. It was another really, really good one. Relatively straightforward for as wild as the show can get, which is strange. Like it still had a lot of weird, strange happenings, a lot of mystical stuff plays out, but we're so deep in it now that it's just like, yep, that's what's happening.
Like, it's like the seeping of the Black Lodge, or that felt like, it could be, or it could just be the world evolving, whatever. But no, like it feels like in stone. Like there's things that like were just kind of theory before that I am just taking as fact. I'm ready for something. So. This October 1st and these dates that are coming up, I need those. I think that this is the buildup, or to whatever is happening here, and it seems a lot worse. I'm way more uncomfortable. I was very comfortable previously when I thought, oh, Laura's coming back. Oh, good. Like she will just appear in the mountains and float down from the heavens, and here is Laura again. And it's like, now it feels like, no, this is Bob covering the earth in black just Garbanbosia everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm scared now. I'm
scared.
Yes. So that's where I'm at now. But yeah, weird to say straightforward, but it is.
Yeah, no, I know. Like, it is relatively straightforward for what the show is and has been. Like, it's a weird fucking show, man. But I think with that we can conclude this episode on The Return. We'll be back next week with The Return, episode 12. And in the meantime, that's Christmas week, baby. So you got yourself a little Christmas gift from us here. December 22nd, episode 12 of The Return. Got that to look forward to. We also have a movie podcast called The Cinementalists. That's CINEMENTALISTS, where this Friday we are going to be discussing How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Ron Howard, Jim Carrey version of it. That is very, very excited for it. May even dip into, Illuminations animated one with Benedict Cumberbatch, or the old classic. Fucks me up that's only 25 minutes every time I think about it. I'm like, that felt like a fucking feature film when I was younger. I don't know.
Man.
But yeah, last week we discussed Home Alone and Home Alone 2, so we are kind of, we're chipping away at the Christmas movies, and then on Christmas we'll hit A Christmas Story. So we've got that to look forward to. We also have Geek With Me, where I believe it will be this week. Yes, this week we celebrate The Force Awakens 10-year anniversary. And I'm very excited for that. We're going to do a live comm of The Force Awakens, a live commentary. We are also going to be doing a Force Awakens 5x5, which is 5 top 5s. I'm very, very excited. I'm going to take to TikTok. I'm going to ask the folks. I'm going to ask the people, I'm going to preface it like, hey, I know because I've been on the internet for 10 years. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it. I've heard it. There's nothing you could say negative about The Force Awakens that I haven't heard. All of you have regurgitated the same information to each other in your own little echo chamber for the last 10 years, and you've made it everybody's problem. I understand. Mary Sue, fuck off. I want to know what's good. Tell me what you like about it. That's what I want to hear. So we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate The Force Awakens this Friday, or this week sometime. I believe the anniversary is the 18th, which is a Thursday, so we'll see about that. But that'll be on Geek With Me. So we got a lot to look forward to. And like I said, we'll be back next week with the return, episode 12. I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here, homie.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, but who is the dreamer?